driving a car. We're not driving a car.
Fools.
Colonel.
Yeah, colonel.
Yeah, colonel.
Yeah.
What up, guys? I'm Alex from England.
Yo, I'm Travis from Australia.
And I'm Swanee from America. Welcome to Pagoda.
Yeah, this is Pagoda One, guys. Today we are going to talk about words that are commonly mispronounced, sometimes by foreign speakers and sometimes by native speakers. So, Travis, would you like to take it away for us?
I sure would. I'm actually going to do a double one for my first
Sure
one.
or sure?
Sure.
Sorry.
Sure.
Keep going.
Sherwood.
Sherwood Forest. Robin Hood. There you go.
Sure.
So I'm going to do a double one because it is the same sound for like both of these words. So my words are salmon and almond. Sometimes people will pronounce it as salmon and almond?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almond. Which I can't even say it right because it feels weird to say. But obviously the reason this happens is because that's how it looks. That's how it's spelled. That A-L, sound. You would think it's in there, but it's not. It's a trick. Don't listen to it. Don't trust it. It's salmon and
It's
almond.
a trick.
A lot of English is a bit of a trick, honestly. You
Yeah.
think it is going to be said one way, and then it's like, psych. Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, most of them are just like if you go off the spelling, then yeah, it's gonna be wrong. Your pronunciation will be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. English is like mostly phonetic, so the words do make sense phonetically, but it's not 100% phonetic.
Yeah.
So you will catch words that have these weird spelling patterns. There's some consistency with other words. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense at all. For example, you will start to recognize certain words that have KN at the beginning when the K is silent, or you'll see a G in the middle of the word when the G is silent, or GH, something like that. This is a common occurrence in English. These are all like antiquated rules of grammar. They used to exist, they used to mean something, but in the modern day they don't, and there was no reformation of the language. So they've just stayed there, and now that the world is this global society where everybody learns English as a lingua franca, everybody's really confused where they're like, why is GH at the end of rough? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there you
Rough,
go.
though,
Tough.
through.
Yes.
How they literally all end in that O-U-G-H, but all sound completely different.
Yeah.
I think as well, I don't know if I can say this. Can I say bastard? Is bastard a bad word?
Yeah.
It's an official word. English is a bastardized language. It is
you can
made
say
up
that.
of totally different pieces of different language. We don't have like a single set origin for English, and that's why you get a lot of confusing stuff in English.
So mine is cupboard, or based on spelling, cupboard. But we just kind of get rid of that whole middle part and just go totally through as cupboard. You guys say it as well?
Cupboard.
Cupboard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you don't really pronounce the R in the last part. I still say cupboard,
Cupboard.
but you guys get rid of the R in the last
Yeah,
part.
no, that feels a bit wrong to
Cupboard.
me. Can you get me a
Cupboard.
mug from the cupboard?
Cupboard.
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 You guys are making
You
me
guys
feel
pronounce.
like I'm weird.
Okay, but in America they pronounce the R's more
Yeah.
in words, whereas in British English and maybe in Australian English as well, we kind of drop the R a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
we're driving a car. We're not driving a car. That kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Car.
Although I will say it depends on the region, because if you go to the West Country of the UK, they do say car. I'm driving a car. Yes. If you go to Ireland, they're driving a car. So yes.
I love Irish accents.
Sorry, I mean, if there are any Irish people, I apologise. That probably sounded terrible, but whatever. So it depends on the region, but generally speaking, if you're learning like TV English or whatever, then you will say car or whatever. Whatever. Yeah, you won't say that.
I'm sure it can be really confusing for people who have like only like grown up or studied American English when they meet other English speakers, because obviously like a really good example I guess would be like water. In Australian English we tend to like make ER sounds into like AH or UH, so like it's can almost sound like a totally different word. I don't have a super strong accent, so like it might not be really obvious with me though. So, yeah.
Right, thank you, Travis. Now, my first word is island. What is an island? You probably know. It is a landmass completely surrounded by a body of water. The way that it is spelt is I-S-L-A-N-D. I don't know why it is
Island.
spelt this way. Maybe it comes from French or something, I'm not sure. But a lot of people will say either Island if they've never seen it before, or if they have seen it before, they might say Iceland. And they'll just assume that they've been pronouncing it wrong and that you have to pronounce the S, but that the vowel sound is what we call a diphthong, which is where it starts at one sound and ends at another, I-E. So Iceland. So people in this country, they'll say to me, oh teacher, I went to Jeju, Iceland on the weekend. And I'll always say, no, it's Island, Jeju Island. And then we get into a back and forth, like, why is there an S? Why is there an S? What does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know, just ignore the S. Just say Island, please. So yes.
Can also be confusing because in English there are S's that are, is it S's that are pronounced as C's, or is it C's that are pronounced as S's?
C's that are
C's,
pronounced
yeah,
as S's.
Yeah, so you do have some overlap there.
Like Iceland. You know.
Yes.
So it
Yeah.
can be very confusing sometimes. Have you been to Jeju, Iceland?
Have I been to Jeju, Iceland? Yes, I've been there 3 times.
Me too.
Once for fun, once with family, and the 3rd time for cycling. I should say 3 times for fun. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, were the other ones like
Family's
chores
not
or-
fun.
yeah.
No, but you know, like the first time I was like, yeah, Jeju Island, yeah!
For partying.
Like all that. Whereas the second time I was like, okay, mother, over here is,
Aww.
is Hala Mountain, and over there,
Did you go to
this
the-
is where the henyo go diving. You know?
Did you go to the teddy bear museum?
No, of course
You
not.
wasted your time then.
Yeah, okay. All right. What about your word?
Oh, Travis?
Oh,
Travis
yeah.
go first.
What
Yeah.
about-
What's
okay,
your-
let me do that again. Thank you, Swanee. Travis, what
Yes.
about your second word?
I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, great.
So my second word is not only a word that is said wrong, it is also because of the spelling that confuses people so badly. And that word is kernel. Kernel obviously doesn't have an R in there, but that's how we say it
Colonel.
because it's spelt like cook.
Colonel.
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 Yeah, colonel.
Yeah, colonel.
Yeah.
So it has that C-O-L-O-N-E-L.
I actually prefer the word colonel. It sounds kind of nice. It's
It's
like an exotic
bit of a-
name. Hello, my name is Colonel.
Yeah, because a colonel that's so like left field. That's out of nowhere. That pronunciation.
And also it reminds me of the word kernel, as in a kernel of corn.
Oh, sure.
And
Yes.
that one actually is spelled like
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
the way
Phonetically,
it sounds. Yeah.
yeah.
That could also mess people up because they're like, well, we already have a word
Mhm.
that's actually spelled and said like this.
A
so
colonel of corn.
Yeah.
Wouldn't quite work.
Is colonel the position, the military position, is that even originally like an English word? I feel like that comes from French or something.
Well, it depends what you mean by originally an English word, because
Where did
nothing
it
is
come from?
nothing is originally
That
an
is
English
true.
word.
That is true.
Yes.
What is its origin?
Well, we're gonna have to go to etymonline.com and find out, but I don't think we have the time to do that right now. Where is the word kernel from? Let us know in the comments, guys. At ease, men. My second word. This is a word that is commonly mispronounced by Korean speakers, and the reason why it is commonly mispronounced by Korean speakers is because there are these things in English called consonant clusters. This is when you put a bunch of consonant sounds together and you pronounce them all at once. Now, these don't exist in Korean. In Korean, you separate consonant sounds with vowel sounds, okay? So vowel would be a, e, or I, o, those kind of noises. Whereas in English, you don't have to do that. So my second choice is the plural version of athlete, which is athletes. Athletes. So there are 2 things that people get wrong about this. The first one is separating the S and the T sound. So people will say athletes or athletes, something like that. And the second thing is saying THL together. So if you're not used to a TH sound, you're going to screw this one up every time. A lot of people, they'll be like athletes or athletes or something like that. They'll turn the TH into a kind of S sound. Consonant clusters, if they don't exist in your language, they tend to be an issue for you. And that is certainly the case in this part of East Asia. People from Japan, people from South Korea, and a couple of other countries as well have this common thing.
I get that one a lot in my class. So I always have to say like athlete, and they're like, what? Every time. So okay, I'll do also one that is common for Korean speakers, which is the plural of month. So months.
Oh man,
You know, so
I get that all the time.
Yeah, so I always hear months.
Yes.
It's the same thing, like the TH and then S together. They're like, okay, I got the TH, so I should do like the, and then I got the S, so it should be like the s.
Yes.
You know, but I usually just tell my students, like, forget about the H. Just make it like months. You know, just TS at the end. Yeah,
yes.
months.
I have worked at this company for 3 months.
Yes.
It's one thing to have two consonant sounds together. When one of those consonant sounds doesn't exist in Korean, that's when people really struggle, because TH is very unfamiliar, especially to lower level students from Korea.
That one, yeah, really understandable though, because THs can be really hard. Like, you know,
TH usually gets reduced to like T. I've heard S
all the time.
or even like SH, or I guess like SH, or sometimes even like a CH sound.
Well, in Korean, like when they make it Konglish, sometimes it's a double D sound.
Yes.
So like if you want to go to Thursday party in Itaewon, you go to dolpa. Yeah, or Thursday party or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
There you go.
I haven't been there.
Alex is the man with the knowledge. Swanee and I are just here.
That's it.
What mistakes do you often make? What words confuse you to absolutely no end?
What words make you sound like a complete freaking idiot? Let us know in the comments.
Expose yourself.
Yeah.
Place
It's a shame
you
there's
at
no
night.
voice note function on the YouTube comments. Then we could hear these ridiculous things that you're saying.
Fools.
They're gonna cut all of this and just have like, okay, bye at the end.
Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to like,
Subscribe
And comment.
and hit that bell as well. Thank you very much, everybody. We've been Pagoda One. Thank you.
bye.